Hello, everybody. This is the Fiery Joker, and all right. So, first things first. Elephant in the room. It's like I have been talking a lot in my social media about the state of my doggo, who got really, really sick the other day. Was puking a lot, and we took her to the hospital. She has made a very good recovery. She's actually sitting on the couch right behind me. Oh, and I just unplugged my headphones. Yeah, but she's doing very well. Just took her for a walk this morning. Big mistake. It was really, really freaking hot and muggy. Yeah, it's like I use her to keep I use her as my exercise. Just take her for a walk every morning. This is it is awful. It's so hot, so sneaky. But yeah, also we missed the PC gaming show, unfortunately, but according to Wambu and Gino, I didn't miss much. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 All right. So, another thing that we do need to mention is like we recently saw an article that says that Take-Two is not going to reveal like big games like Grand Theft Auto 6, BioShock 4, or any other game at its E3 2021 conference. Instead, it's just going to be talking about diversity and inclusivity in games. Now, I'm here to commentate on games. So we're here to commentate on games. So it's like we're just going to we're taking this article with a grain of salt. We're going to see if there's any truth to it, because you know how some of it is. It's like a lot of times rumors get blown out of proportion, statements get taken out of context. So at this point, we will see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oops. Yeah.
Heyo.
Yeah.
Oh, let's wait till he gets able to hear us
Oh
before
yeah.
we do the hey.
Oh yeah. I turned you guys on. My bad.
Heyo.
Greetings.
All right.
You know,
So,
I
I'm sorry.
no, I was just going to say, I swear, and I think Josh and I said this the other day, the diversity thing is starting to go the way of environmental arguments. It's like, it's a good point, but it gets to the point where, hey, this new movie is going to be about environmentalism. Ah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's an important topic.
Yeah.
I just like. I guess I don't.
Like you would
time and place.
I guess at the very least, like environmentalism is one thing. At the very least, inclusivity is like a topic that's pretty like that's something that's pretty topical for gaming, I would say.
Well, I mean, they're always topical. They're good points.
Yeah.
It's just they're talked about so much, even when there's no time and a place for them, that it actually hurts the message by making people sick of it.
Yeah.
Like, if I were a paranoid man, I'd almost think this was being come up by people who are racist, because I can't think of a better way to make people not want diversity.
But yeah, that's just a weird little theory. That's just our little theories, but we'll see. It's the thing is, it's just like this is supposed to be about games. People come here expecting, games. People don't come here essentially expecting a sermon.
To be fair, though, Take-Two did announce some things at a presentation a couple days ago. It's competition being Gearbox, which Take-Two owns. which Take-Two owns 2K, which owns Gearbox.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much where it comes. And like I said, the person who said this information in the first place was Jeff Keighley, in one of his videos, and we don't know while he is kind of right sometimes, we are still going to take it with a grain of salt. Hopefully this won't be as bad as we think it is.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, hopefully we're wrong.
Yeah, hopefully we're wrong. It's just like we do want more just for the record, we do want more we do want, people of all different kinds, all different kinds of backgrounds, all different kinds of mindsets. It's like all different kinds of traits in gaming. That would be great. Okay, so we're not saying diversity or inclusivity in gaming is bad. Far from it. But
what we don't like is people being talked down to, other people being needlessly insulted, or gamers patting themselves on the back and calling themselves brilliant for things they should be doing as a matter of normality.
Yeah.
I think I think I'm going to say I think I've got a bit of a different stance on this, because I'm not personally angry at the people who are drawing attention to these problems. I think even if you're someone who's sick of hearing about inclusivity in games or whatever, the thing to do is to listen and to acknowledge the problems with diversity in games, and I don't know, to just treat it with some sort of importance, because these things keep getting brought up because they're still issues. So I don't know. I'm not angry at the people bringing it up personally. I think it's an important issue, and if it's still a problem, then it's worth acknowledging.
I do understand your point. Believe me, I do. I think the issue is often we do listen, we do hear, but you listen and hear the first 10 times, yeah, it's fine. You keep being told the same thing the 20 times, and it does start to become a problem. Especially when the game developers are the ones with the power to fix that problem, and they seem to spend more time patting themselves on the back for the little bit they do, and either ignoring the diversity that other games have and saying, we're the first and only ones, or saying, you need to be more diverse. You need to be more diverse.
It's kind of like Hollywood lecturing us about that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think there is something to be said about gamers as like just a broad audience getting really angry whenever the topic of like diversity comes up in games. But you're right in that developers just shouldn't really kowtow to that sort of anger. Like, if they're going to preach about like diversity, then just like put your money where your mouth is, do it, and just don't bend when people get super angry that they see like, I don't know, someone who isn't white in their games.
Sorry, what? I said nothing.
And the funny thing is, like, people will get upset with diversity in games when people basically talk down to them and say, love this character because she is diverse, or you guys just don't like diverse characters. But, I mean, Alex from Half-Life is one of the most popular characters in gaming fandom.
It's my pleasure
a
to
black
be your moderator
woman.
for today's session.
And that's been a popular character
Before
for,
we begin,
I think, over 2 decades now. I think Half-Life 2 came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's ultimately the people that just keep patting themselves on the back when it's not earned.
Yeah.
Especially when
Pretty
you think
much,
of
yeah.
stuff like Disney, where, like, not to bring up this whole can of worms, but, like, remember when Onward was released and they patted themselves on the back for having essentially a gay monster in there.
How many times
who
have we
was
had
enough
the
to be
first?
cut out of the Chinese release. Same
Yeah.
goes
Oh,
with
yeah,
The Rise of Skywalker. It's just like,
Yeah. I was just
if you
thinking
really
that
want to
exact same
support
thing.
people, just keep doing it and don't shoehorn them into roles where they might as well just not exist.
Yeah. It's like, how many times have we had the first gay character in a mainstream Disney film? How many times have we
Good
had
lord.
that?
Oh, female characters have
embarrassing.
that. Female characters have that the worst, I think. Female characters constantly have this thing where the minute a strong female character comes out, someone will say, finally, we have a strong female character. Dude, Leia and Ripley would like to have a word. You keep doing that, you keep erasing the history of accomplishments in diversity just so you can pat yourself on the back and say, oh, we were the first ones. At that point, you're hurting the cause of diversity to feed your own ego. There is a reason I call people like that activist parasites.
I know. Yeah, that would.
At the end of the day, whoever is going to be considered a strong female character is ultimately up to the perception of women.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a super chat that we missed earlier.
Oh yeah, it's a Jonathan Meister's donated $5. Say, hey, very happy that your doggo is better. And also tell Ari she did a very good job with the Rivals tier list video. Much love to you and your family. Thank you, Jonathan Masters. Appreciate it. But yeah, it looks like Jeff Keighley was right on the money. This is a diversity. This is just
it's a diversity Zoom call. That's
it's a diversity Zoom call.
Okay,
you want to react to the link versus a death battle instead?
At this point, it's not even really a conference, so we might as well just skip it.
Yeah, it's
that is a shame.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to say that because, like, it's not what your audience is here for.
Yeah,
I don't think this is necessarily what people expected. In fact, I looked at a website. Hold on a moment. E3 schedule. Games Radar. So it was listed here.
And I think that's the other thing is that diversity in gaming is not something that requires a multi-hour long seminar to talk about. It's honestly a very simple issue. Hey, are there a bit too many characters of this type or origin? Yeah. Wouldn't it be interesting to see things from the perspective of other people, other cultures, races, genders? Yeah, why aren't we doing that? Get to it. There, your discussion has been finished. Yeah. Get to work, people.
I don't know, because I feel like every time, there is like a person of color who takes like a major role in a game or something like that, there's always people who are going to like decry it as like forced diversity or whatever. So like I think for an audience like we're all gamers here. We know that like gamers as a community have like almost historically gotten pissy about this stuff.
Yeah.
So like I think having
yeah.
a seminar about this kind of thing, it makes sense.
Yeah, there's a conversation to be had. There's a conversation to be had, but in my opinion, E3 I don't think is the place to do it.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I guess at the very least they made a public statement beforehand saying, "Hey, we're doing something different this time."
Yeah. But
yeah, like I imagine a lot of people are going to miss it and they're going to feel like annoyed that this is happening right now.
Yeah. So because this is gaming, and before this actually turns into a diversity seminar.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Before this actually turns into, why don't we actually do something video game related? And I believe Gino suggested that we actually watch the newest death battle, which is
Link versus Cloud.
Yeah. So
rematch.
So I gotta put that into the chat. I am gonna put that into the chat. So but since it's already premiered, I think I'm just going to watch. Why don't we try doing a little 3-2-1 play?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So this is a remake from an old one, I know.
Yep.
It's a remake from an old one. I actually don't remember the old one. I think
the first 3D.
The first 3D one.
Yep. And also, according to the Death Battle host, one of the most controversial picks in the office itself.
Oh yeah.
Like it went back and forth for a while in deciding who's going to win this one, and now they're finally remastering it.
Yeah. So
I believe this was also the one that started the whole no limits fallacy argument.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, if the audience isn't aware, to summarize it briefly, the no limits argument goes, only the Master Sword can destroy Ganondorf. No other character in any fiction could destroy Ganondorf. Okay, what about Goku? He could literally blow up the planet Ganondorf's on. Did he use the Master Sword to do it? No, then it didn't work.
Okay.
What about any Lovecraft character that could pretty much wipe out time and space? Well, unless they used the Master Sword, it didn't work. That's kind of the argument that Death Battle used in that episode, and a lot of people basically like, that kind of doesn't work.
Yeah, so
At best, the Master Sword is the only thing in that setting that could beat Ganon.
oh gosh, oh no. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so don't get Shay started on Death Battle. he has a lot. He could talk your ear off for a lot of things. We've had a lot of discussions about it. So
Being fair, I can talk your off about just about anything.
Well, yeah, but
My
if it's something you're passionate about, yeah,
Sure.
I feel like that's just a nerd thing in general, honestly.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay, so if anyone's here is familiar with Myers-Briggs personality types, Luna
boy.
Corva is an ENTP.
Well, I'm halfway between ENTP and INTP, but definitely NTP.
Yes. So
Okay.
for those that don't know, a very big ENTP stereotype is that they live for debate.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. So y'all ready at 0?
Yep.
All right, so let's get ready for the 3, 2. Okay, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, play. All right, 3,
All right.
2, 1, play.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Omen. Oasis is a free and easy-to-use add-on for Omen Gaming Hub.
Okay, so do we think that they rescind this one like they did Mario and Sonic?
Well,
Or-
if I'm going
We'll
to,
see.
I don't know. It's like they do like to be subversive sometimes. It's like if I'm going to be using Doylist logic here. If you're familiar with Doylist versus Watsonian logic, the Doylist logic is telling me that because they rescinded it with Mario versus Sonic, they're going to keep it with they're going to keep their original result with Link versus Cloud. Because you know, it's like they've kept it before with Superman versus Goku. Mr. Janu 8, thank you for the Czech Crones 50. Is this the Really Take Two panel? I thought I clicked on the wrong stream. Oh yeah, I should probably change the title now.
Also, just letting you
The
guys know, I
description.
kind of missed the timing, so I won't be able to follow it with you guys.
They're not bringing in Dissidia or Hyrule Warriors with this.
Yep.
Armor and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
That's gonna be a 3D1-2. Just good.
Makes sense. I think Link. Sorry.
Because the Take Two panel does not have any
He was
games.
chosen to be reincarnated through time to continue defending
All right.
against evil. This hero's name was Link.
Since Link's spirit
Yeah.
has
To the past.
been born over and over, technically
So this
that
is a
means
so
most Links
it's,
are
I wonder
kind of the
what
same guy.
actually they're
It's a
going to
real
qualify
link to
for
the
this
past.
one. Is like,
Which is
are we
probably
gonna
why
qualify
some skilled
like?
with tons of different
I've always
weapons,
kind of
like his
imagined like if
Titanium
they were allowed to
shield,
use
and of
everything
course,
that they've
the
ever
Master
had,
Sword.
like
the Master Sword is no ordinary blade.
One thing that
Infused with sacred
that
energy,
jumped
it
into
is
my
evil's
head
bane
was
incarnate,
the
capable of destroying magical barriers, dispelling
Chateau
curses,
Romani,
and
which
slaying
basically gives you
immortal
infinite
monsters.
magic for
But
3
nothing's
days.
more badass
Like,
than
infinite
its
magic
laser
plus like a
beams and
magic
skyward
armor, which is
strike. He
gives
can
you
even charge it with
invincibility
lightning.
for
You like that, Link?
Link's carried hammers, clubs, spears, even boomerangs,
at the cost of
and his
magic.
talent with a bow
So
is second to none.
yeah,
He
imagine
has
that
fire, ice, and
invincibility
shock arrows, and his
for
light
3
arrows
days
possess
straight.
holy magic.
Could that
But the
outlast
ancient
like
arrows
Cloud if
consign
he
foes
had
to oblivion,
max
appearing to
stuff
either
and
transport them to
full
another
like
dimension
including
or crush them
inventory?
into nothingness.
And these
I-
souped-up weapons have come in
I don't know
handy.
what the logic
Link's
they
had
would
his
be
fair share of tussles
using
defending
on,
the world from foes like Ganon,
I don't know
Vatican,
what the
and
logic
Majora.
they would
Link
be
has survived
using
rolling through
in
lava
Death Battle, but
and
if I
while
were
wearing the Golden
going
Gauntlet or
with,
Titan's Mitts,
say,
been
the
strong
versus
enough
battle
to lift
logic,
stone weighing
it would
well over
depend.
10,000
The
tons.
invincibility
And the Force Sword
would
lets him
honestly
split up
depend on
into
the
copies of
setting.
himself.
Like,
Talk
for
about
example,
multitasking.
if you're in a
With the Ocarina of
setting
Time,
where no man-made weapon can kill
and
this
even travel
knight,
through
okay, well,
time
what's the strongest
with
man-made
song.
weapon?
But some of that does
A-
hold the candle
well,
to
a
the Sheikah
trebuchet.
slate.
So it's reasonable to assume that if a character possessed the power of the volcano, they could kill this invincible character. Reasonable. So it depends on how strong the setting is. Because a lot of Final Fantasy has like star, planet, even solar system level feats, where I don't know where the Zelda series is. So the Zelda series is like several tiers below that, that even invincibility in the Zelda series might not cut it when going against the Final Fantasy series.
I just looked at the time and I gotta go hit the gym. So I gotta head out.
Alright, see ya.
Oh my god, the nerd is there is so much nerdiness, I need to exercise!
Yeah, no, like I actually have like an appointment with the trainer scheduled.
Alright.
So I'll see you guys.
Alright.
See ya.
Lines.
You did.
Anyway,
Yeah,
did you
but
know
yeah,
that
so
they
yeah,
have
it
to
seems
roll away
like
from
instead of
BMOS
just
lasers,
taking,
which are actual
instead of
light
doing what they did
beams. They burn
before,
things, moving in a straight
instead of
line,
just
and the
taking
guide says they're
what
lasers,
their
so
their most
As you can
iconic
see,
things
Link
and
can
just
dodge
what they're
this
most
laser at the
comfortable
moment it's
of
fired.
taking into
Given the
battle.
distance between the 2 and the time frame, he would have to be moving 2 feet in
They're
under
looking at their
2
strongest
billionths of a
weapons.
Yeah,
second.
they're
About
looking
a
at their
tenth the
strongest.
speed
They're
of
actually
light.
taking
now
in their
that's
whole
a reason
arsenal
to
this
say,
time.
Excuse
Huh.
me, princess.
Yep,
This
there
is
we
Well, because they're going under the argument I'm like, oh, all links carry the experience of past links, so like, that's Master Link or
Yeah,
the
so-
Master Link.
Okay, so they're actually doing it. So they're doing a composite link this time.
He's got some
A
other
complete-
spells
an
too,
absolutely
like their
composite
shielding and
link.
healing, and his fairy spell lets him
I'm
literally
not
jump
sure. Is
turn
that
into a
fair?
fairy. Oh, look at him.
I think it's fair
Fly
if you set
around.
that as your
The
premise.
fly
If
swatter.
you set up your premise you're doing a composite character, then I'd say it's fair. Though it can be tricky with some characters who are like most certain, not just like alternate realities, but completely different versions of the character. Like Superman has a couple of those, like the cosmic armor Superman isn't technically the same as.
That's nothing.
Oh
the
yeah,
same
that mentions
character.
Shito Romani.
These masks
Yeah.
not only change his physical
Yeah.
form, but give him unique abilities, like how his Goron mask
But
increases
in
his
general,
strength.
yeah, as long as you say we're using a composite version of this character, then yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, there's even I don't know which one is which, but there's composite or combined. One of them, because I can't remember, is basically you take all the versions of the character from all fictions and use the and you take the highest from all of them. Like a
Yeah.
composite human would be the strongest human plus the fastest human plus the smartest, etc. Combined would be okay. What happens if you take every link and combine them into one entity? So it would be this link plus that link, add their strength together.
Maybe they're just like one link, like all the who can use all the items, all the others.
Planet Gaia, run by the Shinra conglomerate, one young man wanted to be
Yeah.
a strong protector of others.
So-
just like his hero, Sephiroth, the elite member of
All right, so
The only,
was
the only thing I really care about is what pun they're going to make on Cloud's name at the end of this.
I don't know, but yeah. So
Oh wait! I know. I'm making a prediction here. Link is going to win. No. Cloud is going to win, so they can say he reigned on Link's parade.
Yeah!
Wow.
That's
that's bad.
Must be a cloudy day in hell if Link's winning this time around.
That's did anyone even listen to Link's breakdown? I was listening.
I
to it.
did.
Yeah, we were
I
were
did.
listening to it. It's just
annihilating a moon, a feat worth over 140
but yeah, it's like we're having
exatonnes
like
AD.
we're having like our own little discussions.
Yeah, it's kind of that's the caveat with having 4 people
Oh
watching
yay!
this
Our
at the
stream
same
has
time.
temporarily been blocked because they detected copyrighted audio.
Of course it did.
It never happened.
Say it again, folks. Copyright law.
Are you kidding? It's like, how is anyone supposed to do a reaction to this? This is ridiculous.
We were talking pretty actively over it anyway, so how the heck did that go through?
I know, right?
Again,
Yep,
copyright
stream
law
suspended for
is
policy
bull
violation.
crap.
Gotta be.
It's a long story.
Yep, and
Time and time again, Zack came to Cloud's rescue.
yep, and now everyone's just
One
freaking out in the
day,
chat.
A rescue would be
Yep.
the final act.
But before he fell,
Alright,
he had to pull out his
um,
big old Buster Sword. Hey, what's a sword between
Just
your
might as well just. What do you want to do?
It's like, I can't win. I can't do anything. I can't freaking win.
Let's hope we can. Does this just block your streaming out completely, or can we still do Capcom later?
We can probably still do Capcom later. It's just this particular stream.
Okay, that's good at least.
Dare ask how bad the E3 Direct is going so far. It's like it's not bad. It's that it's not about the games.
Well, to be fair, they can't really hear us right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Cloud not being who he said he was reminds me of someone, Wiz.
What are you talking about?
You know, like how you faked your identity to avoid paying all those student loans and Homeland Security is still looking for you and...
Hey, did you know, despite how the game works, Cloud can use materia without a weapon? Isn't that neat? Anyway, realizing his memories were faulty sparked Cloud's journey of self-repair. Though he had failed to become part of Soldier, he probably shouldn't have, because he's been in many
By the way,
fights
Josh, I just remembered
as,
something.
if not more impressive than those of Zack's
So, speaking of Death Battle and Burst Battles and all that stuff, I remember a debate we had about it with MLP a while back, and I kind of realized what you were trying to say and what I was trying to say in return.
alright.
Because I remember you mentioning, okay, so I'm noticing Twilight dodging T-Rex, T-Rex crater, and you're like, and like this is something I'm seeing directly, then I should trust my own eyes. It's like you make it. Looking at it again, you make a good point. The counter
Give him a
point
ribbon and
is,
Zyrex. It's the best gear you can get.
yeah. The other point is, yeah, that's definitely something she was able to do. It's just that a weaker Twilight has shown faster speed at other points, so the sight goes with her higher speed feats. The site tends to have a rule of we go with the highest shown of feats unless they are so far above the normal that we have to consider it an exception. Yeah.
Outliers.
But Twilight, the speed that we were describing Twilight has, other characters in the series and even Twilight herself have shown that speed on numerous occasions. So it's not like, say, the Black Panther being able to strangle Galactus.
Yeah, it's the thing is like sometimes I'm concerned about. I understand the logic behind taking their highest feat, but a lot of times I'm concerned like, can they do that all the time, or is that or is that just like they had an anime pro tag moment?
True. And it's entirely possible. Usually they will give the benefit of the doubt, especially if it's something they do on a casual moment. Like, for example, one of the feats of Twilight was done in a relaxed state, so it's assumed that it probably is something she could do fairly easily. Although it could also be a case of bad writing or just bad